Alright, so I hate the world more and more day by day, so let's try to finish this series before another crazy thing happens, yeah? This is where we left off, all these countries here. Again, we're going until every single inch of land is covered and then everybody's fighting to the death, unless that's boring. That I probably won't do. If you don't see it, it's because I didn't want to do it. Anyway, let's continue. I hope I remember the lore. I don't know. Harar is starting. They are really big. They expanded quite a lot last time. So they're going to keep expanding up into, like, Kenya. Okay, I did change the brush size, but whatever. And, oh, sorry, no, this is Tanzania. Now they're getting into Kenya. They're going to get up there, and then start going up in between this river. And bang, look at that. Karakoram, also known as the Mongols. Why did I call them the Golden Horde, but I called them just straight up Karakoram? Whatever. Anyway, they got a new leader. So we're just gonna pretend this is the Mongols. I'm not renaming them right now. Golden Horde, though. Yeah, you know what? The Mongols unite. Look at that, we got a big Mongol nation. It's the Golden Horde, but whatever. St. Petersburg is gonna adopt a religion. They said, hey, screw you, Rome. I don't want to follow your religion. I'm instead going to choose very close by Orthodox. Give it a moment, it's shy. There it is. So now there is a religious divide between these two nations, even though they hate each other anyways. There's going to be a divide in everything. You want bread today? Go fuck yourself. Here we go with Ion, who showed up last video. They're going to go up this river, in between these rivers, alongside this river, some might say. That's right, get to drinking water, buddy. You fucking stupid man. Not drinking water today, that's kind of crazy. Everyone needs to be drinking water. I drink water all the time. I'm in the best health because I drink water. They're gonna keep following alongside these rivers. And look at how neat that is. You see that my patience is slightly back. My patience with the world, though, has run out. Mecca, whatever. Oh, I didn't add Medina because I didn't want to add any cities. I just remembered. I'm gonna add it now. It's somewhere around here. If I put it in the wrong spot, I'm sorry. I just can't be bothered to look at Google Maps anymore to place cities. After all of that, then this, over here, yes. China's gonna be a hell, you know, to do. So yeah, I'm just not doing that unless it's like a capital or Medina, because I said I would do that a while ago. And we go over to Port Lincoln, who fights back against Adelaide, because they just want the attention, and they got balls this time. Last time, they just got their ass whooped. Ion is going to smallly expand. They're just going to keep getting in this northern Russian area. Ion, different from Ion, is going to adopt a religion. Which one's the closest? It's probably that. Oh no, it's definitely this. So they become Shinto. Mecca. They're going to keep expanding in the Arabian Peninsula, get up Oman into the UAE. And yeah, they're doing pretty decent there. Monterey, if I recall correctly, they left the faith, they joined the faith though, and now they're turning against the Mayas. So Monterey is going to storm towards Mexico City, which is a crazy push because Catholic, Mormon, and Mormon. Yeah, okay, so I did remember the lore correctly. Because Monterey left evangelicalism to join Catholicism, which pissed off Los Angeles because they were like, wait, what happened to our such strong ties? So they started war, the Maya joined in, and then Los Angeles became Mormon, and then Monterey became Mormon, and now they're turning against the Maya. Got it? Cool. Good that you could be caught up with me. Belém is going to keep going down here. I forgot. Yeah, Brasilia is not added because I didn't want to add any cities. And Brasilia still won't be added, honestly. I don't care to go to Google Maps to find it right now. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, point to me right now without looking at it, for certain, where Brasilia is. You probably struggled. Or cheated. Constantinople is up. I'm gonna keep solidifying this southern border. And it is solidified past this part of the river. They're gonna go down the Iranian coast into Pakistan. Why? Why did you end it there? Jerusalem is going to also solidify a southern border with Constantinople. Macapa is going to solidify this eastern border with the Mayans. The Mayans are like, you're not going to invade us too, right? Minus the pixels that were taken. And they're gonna be like, no, why? Because every person that is, you know, north of me is attacking me. Like, on my north border is attacking me. Oh, yeah, we would never. You promise? Probably. Okay, I'll believe you. And, yeah, Macapa just keeps going. Monterrey is gonna keep storming towards Mexico City, and they might be able to get it. Because they are able to get it. They have a large expansion, so, I mean, they just push down this Mexican coastline. Ho Chi Minh is gonna have a small split. I can't with this fucking nation. How many times must I teach you this lesson, old man? Phnom Penh is back. I'm gonna let them get like a nice little Cambodian type border, and that's about it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Phnom Penh is back, ladies and gentlemen, for like the 5th time. Jerusalem is going to keep expanding in the north of the Arabian Peninsula. Los Angeles is going to invade Charleston and then go down into Georgia and more into Florida, taking Jacksonville back, Orlando back, Tampa back, going towards Miami. They get Miami. They invaded the Keys. They're invading the Bahamas. They get Nassau. They're invading the rest of the Bahamas. They make landing in Cuba, cutting off the island from each other. They're gonna storm towards the south of it. Havana is encircled. No, keep it there. They're gonna storm towards the southern part of Cuba as well. They're fighting on a lot of fronts at the same time. That's why I didn't just want to give them Cuba. Just like Havana, straight up. Portland is gonna smallly expand. That's not their color. They're gonna just go easternly. And matter of fact, just gonna do that. Los Angeles will now this time get Havana. They will get the rest of Cuba. They're gonna go and storm into Kingston. They're landing in Haiti. They're going into the rest of Hispaniola. They encircle both important cities there. They get Port-au-Prince. They get Santo Domingo. They're invading Puerto Rico and they get it. They're invading the fucking Caribbean. Can you believe this? They're making a huge push and the Maya's not stopping them. Chicago is gonna try to union with who? Who do you think I'm gonna let you union with? You're smaller than everybody. Look at this. 7700, 7737, 99, I can't read, 9227. So, and you don't know anyone over here exists. And you don't know Monterey exists, or Portland, or Edmonton, which I didn't realize was there, and then Junio. So yeah, you're just gonna union with yourself, buddy. I could get rid of Salt Lake, but I need them for plot. Jerusalem is going to try to union. You're not getting rid of anybody. Portland is going to make a small expansion. And yeah, look at that. Now their territory is connected. Perth is just going to expand up the western coast of Australia. Because what else are they going to do? Everything else is like uninhabitable. Carthage. Remember, condition of surrender. They had to follow Roman mythology. So they're just going to expand because the war is over. You know what I mean? Into Libya and Algeria. Harar is going to keep going up north. They get all that enclosed area, and then they're going to go up alongside both these rivers at the same time, then go up these rivers too, and they're going to split and, you know, go in different directions. They send a group this way, they send a group this way, and they're just going to keep expanding. They also send a group up this way and this way. They fall alongside those rivers. They got like a little sock puppet going on. Jerusalem is going to mediumly expand. How many times do you want to expand today, Jerusalem? They're going to solidify a little bit of a northern border with Mecca. Ayan is going to smallly expand. I'm just going to go in a circle like that. Los Angeles is going to try to union with the Maya, and they're like, no. They're going to try to union with Monterey, and they're going to be like, but we can push them up both at the same time. And they're like, okay, that makes sense. They're going to try to union with Portland, and they're going to be like, nah. Salt Lake, they're gonna be like, nah. Chicago, they're gonna be like, hell nah. I mean, they have no option. Except for Macapa, who unites under Los Angeles. It's unbelievable. And now the Maya have to worry from the east. I can't believe this has worked out. And everything against them in their in Los Angeles' favor. Tokyo is gonna keep doing what they do best, and that is colonizing China. They're not going to be very happy, though, when they see somebody is doing the exact same thing at the very moment. Dakar is going to solidify more of a border with the Romans. They're gonna be like, hey, how are you? And the Romans are gonna say, go somewhere else, please. And then they oblige. Belem. What does Belem do, you wonder? They're gonna go up north and cut off Rio from this northern area. And I'm finally fixing those pixels. Yeah, this is like a weird border area. I don't even know what's happening there. Perth is gonna keep expanding up the coast. I'm actually just gonna even do that too. Ion is gonna expand in this Russian area up to this river. And they're like, wow, this is a whole lot of nothing here. By the way, I absolutely hate Russia right now because I'm in the process of learning Russia for my Geotastic series. Can I learn every country? It's impossible. Short answer, it's impossible. So yeah, anyway, Tokyo is going to keep expanding into China. Make that border make sense. And that one too. There we go. Edmonton is going to adopt a religion. You were Catholic, right? Yes, you were. Do I want another Mormon? No, we're going to keep them Catholic. Mormonism, you know, there's a little too much of it right now. Unless Jakarta is going to largely expand. If only you had the adopt a religion, I would have made you Islamic. They're going to keep expanding into Australia. The first foreign nation to do so. This northern part. They're going to go up until this river and bang. Also, you know, this reminds me. Don't click off. This is very important. I asked, hey guys, I need some ideas, right, for series. 90% of them fucking sucked. I just want to mention, 90% of them just would not be a good series, or I couldn't do that personally to make it good. Like, come on guys, get some better ideas. I just literally steal something that you saw would do pretty well and give me the easiest things to be able to do, you know what I mean? Anyway, Los Angeles is gonna smallly expand, and guess where they're gonna expand from? They're gonna expand from the fucking east. Invading the Maya in the land that they thought they were safe from, the east, the very border they had an agreement with Macapa, well, borderline agreement. And look at that face. Big ass nose. This is not looking good for them. Edmonton. Oh, see what happens when you don't become Mormon? Now I gotta figure out a city to fucking split. Jeez. There's literally nothing up there. This is like the worst place to get a split. Alright, we're gonna have Slave Lake. Why? It's the only thing I can think of in this area. And they're gonna expand western. So I'm gonna draw a border for what I want to give them, and then I'm gonna give it to them. And let's have them go up to the Great Slave Lake. That is genuinely the name of this fucking lake. The Great Slave Lake. I did not make that up. And yeah, this is going to be their border, so they have expansion options. And their capital is somewhere in this ballpark. YouTube, don't get mad at me, it's the name of an actual place. Port Lincoln is going to adopt a religion. Oh, bringing religion to the Australian continent that isn't from a foreign nation invading it. So what do they become? I don't want to make them Shinto, that just... You know what I mean? What is this? Pentecostal? Yeah, they can be Pentecostal. Port Lincoln doesn't do things that make sense. St. Petersburg! There it is. Is going to make a small expansion. I forgot that was even there. Okay. They're going to get this area in this river. And they're going to keep expanding to the east, because it's a race for Russia. And you bet your ass St. Petersburg is in this race and is locked in, ready to get it. I mean, look at them go. Rome was in it for a little bit, and then they're like, wait a minute, let's just go for Africa. Because less money to travel, you know, it's right here. And they got in a war for their trouble. Monterrey is going to keep expanding into the Mayan, Mexico lands. Getting towards Guatemala. They make like a little fish mouth. Ashgabat is going to keep expanding into Russia like I said they would. Because, you know, why not have another nation in the race for Russia? Look at how big Ashgabat is. I should probably fill that area in. Salt Lake itself is going to try to union. Who are they going to union with, you wonder? Absolutely nobody, because that wasn't the way I wanted that to go. I could have done Edmonton, but I'm going to keep him. Buenos Aires is going to adopt a religion, bringing religion that isn't those to the South American continent from a born and bred South American. And where are they going to do, you wonder? Sure, they could be Pentecostal because it's literally right next door. And now it looks like they have the Falklands. So there you go. Rome! There it is. Oh my god. Why? Rome is gonna have a small split. I mean, it's a good thing I have about 1,000 fucking options. What do I choose, right? There's so many things to choose from, it's unbelievable. We need the Greeks. We need the Greeks. But we're gonna call them Macedonia. Even though they're gonna be capitalized in... What was their capital? We're gonna go with this one. You would never think that this was the capital of this fucking empire. Alright, we're gonna give them... up until Skopje and Tirana. This color is a little similar, but when I think of Macedonia, I think of like a orangish or a yellow, so we're giving them this color. I could give them so much more, but I won't. Actually, I could give them as much up east, but I won't. I'll just give them this and let them figure out what they want to do from there on. Because I can keep drawing and give them half of the Roman Empire. That's how big the Romans is. That a small split is just massive. So we're gonna call it there. And their capital is a tiny city nowadays, but was the capital once upon a time. Hella. A new city added into this fucking abyss of just cities. Bangkok hears about the return of Phnom Penh, and they're like, hey, Vietnam, may I? And they're like, go ahead. So they invade Vietnam just to get to Phnom Penh to whoop the fucking hell out of them. And they, you know, they're starting a land invasion there. Slave Lake is gonna adopt a religion. You were Catholic? Yeah, you know what? You could be Mormon. And you know, when you become Mormon, you tend to get into a lot of war. Don't know why, but you do. And that's probably why they split. Because Edmonton didn't want to become Mormon, but Slave Lake did. You know, there you go, you got lore right there. Addis Ababa, never mind. Just, oh, I'll go fuck my... There's really not much left to add a city to. Ladies and gentlemen, nuclear winter is on the way as Nuke has appeared in this fucking wasteland. I don't know where the capital is. I'm just gonna say it's right here and we're gonna pretend that it is. Got it? Cool. Thank you. Chicago is gonna largely expand. Again, that is not your color, but they're gonna expand alongside this river and stop the Mormons from expanding east, I guess. At that part, at least. Chicago got a lot of Canada. Ashgabat. We are going to fill in this area a little bit. Actually, just for the rest of the turn. Chicago is back. They're gonna keep expanding, stopping the Mormons from going somewhere. Almost completely. Fully completely now. So now the Mormons are kind of stuck. They're like, okay, we see that you trapped us here and made us look like Homer Simpson's mouth and a duck. We'll see it, and we understand it. Mecca is going to keep expanding, getting a lot more of the Arabian Peninsula, getting all of the UAE. Mumbai is going to keep expanding in this area into Nepal and Bhutan, back into India, going down into Bangladesh. You know what I mean? They're going to just expand in this area because they don't want to traverse that right now. Harar is going to go into this river area, get it completely. This group is going to come down and get this area completely. It looks like a whale. And then they're going to go up here and get this area completely as well. Now they're going to go back down south to make their border a little less stupid. Okay, I say that and then I do that. Mumbai. Alright. Alright, I get it. We can have Dakar, probably. Dhaka, sorry. I keep mixing this up. But here is the Bangladeshi nation. They're even gonna get up this far as well. Because why not? You know what I mean? We're gonna make that look a little bit more round. And somewhere around here. I don't know. If it's in the wrong spot, it's in the wrong spot. I feel like it's more north. Belém is gonna get the rest of this area, and yeah, that's a weird border area, matter of fact. There we go, we got another border there, and another border here. Zoom out. Thank you. Then they're gonna go down to the south, realize that is nothing there. And then they're gonna keep blocking off Rio with another border area. And then they're gonna go north up until this river area, realize that is a dead end, and try going back on themselves. Rome is gonna largely expand. They're gonna keep getting more of African lands. You know what I mean? Because why not? Get more of a border with, what were you called? Dakar. And then they're gonna go and say, hey, you know what? Let's go back for Russia. Because that African land, we got everything that was useful in the last few times we went in there. Absolutely nothing. So they're gonna say, this might be a little bit of nothing, but it's a little more useful, I guess, somehow. And, hey, maybe they can get to where the oil is faster. Who knows? Because I don't... Actually, a lot of oil is down here, too. But I'm pretty sure a lot of oil is just frozen over here as well. I don't know. The Maya... Oh my, you almost fought back. You almost fought back. We got another new nation, though. I know a nation's already there, but we're getting Christchurch. And, yeah, they're gonna get this land from Jakarta and start invading the north of New Zealand. Look at that, already doing good as a new nation. Ion is going to continue expanding just very smallly, because, you know, it's a small expansion. Nuke will continue expanding in the flatlands first, getting a little hills in the process, before doubling back on themselves and getting the hills. Ashgabat is going to adopt a religion. They were Orthodox, but the propaganda on them works so well, they're like, you know what? Roman mythology sounds cool. Not only do they hate St. Petersburg, they love Rome. They absolutely love them. Jerusalem is going to keep smallly expanding, claiming more of the Arabian Peninsula, and we are very close to that being fully colonized. Junio. That's not where Junio is. They're going to mediumly expand, though. All the way over here, because that's where they're expanding right now. They're cut off from the rest of the American lands that are unclaimed. So they're going to Russia. And they get a sizable chunk. La Paz. Not the La Paz that I forgot to remove the capital from a while ago, but you know, this La Paz. Oh, I was going to say following alongside this river again, but no. Chicago is going to try to union with who? Nobody. I don't know why you thought they were unioning with somebody. Buenos Aires. So help me God. Iqaluit. I don't fucking know. Do you think I can speak that language? Because I guarantee you it's an indigenous language. But they're here, and they're gonna expand. Get this northern island. Get a lot of it too. And they're just about right there. Iqaluit. I don't know. I'm gonna say I said it right. Portland is gonna largely expand, getting more of this area. I don't know why they went up, but they are gonna continue. Might as well. Already made the mistake. Ion is gonna try to hey, Junio. if they bordered, what's it? Nida, or Ion, sorry. They are Avon. Hey, no, they're Aeon, sorry. If they bordered one of the two idiots, I would have let them. Christchurch is going to keep smallly expanding. That was crazy. Ho Chi Minh City is going to... I was about to say a word that starts with a D and also another word that starts with a P, but they're going to keep invading Phnom Penh. Just like they did before, and they're going to get the main capital city and get the rest of it too. Phnom Penh is dead, yet again. How many times must I teach you this lesson, old man? Is what the last thing it heard before it died. As Ho Chi Minh City keeps expanding into China and running into the Japanese, and they're like, wait a minute, who are you? We're the Japanese. We're Ho Chi Minh. Well, we were here first. No, we were here first. How old are you? I don't know. I don't know either, but I'm sure I'm older than you. And yeah, that's going to cause a lot of tension and maybe a war. I hit my table, but I'm sorry for that. Rome is going to keep expanding into the Russian area, and they're going to run into the Russians again, and they're like, you again? What? Everywhere we go, we find your fucking face. I can't believe it. Get away from me. And so they're going to expand south. And they're like, surely this way is prosperous. Little do they know, they're just going to run into their ally again. Even though they should know that. Lagos. Sick. Also, I do, every time I do this, I'm like, oh, I never had Abuja, and then I'm like, wait a minute, no, Abuja's up here. So if you're wondering why Abuja's not here, is because I'm pretty sure it's up here. Oh, Lagos gets a second chin. I don't get it. Oh, Rio gets a chin. This game thinks I'm a joke. We're getting Montevideo. With the big black car meta and all. As they get not that much land, but they're gonna get some. They're gonna get some land. I'm gonna stop them when they wrap around this river. Bang. Now I'm gonna stop them. I'm gonna actually give them more. Damn, I didn't want to do that. Alright, they're gonna keep getting some land. They're gonna meet up with Rio, who is the reason they're in existence, and be like, hey, how are ya? Jerusalem gets a turn. Oh my. This place gets a turn. Oh, of course. And they're gonna just mediumly expand in this. Actually, I'm gonna... Who cares at this point? They're just gonna keep getting this area. And, matter of fact, they're gonna go up north, too. Oh, it was Buenos Aires, I'm sorry, and then I'll do Pretoria next. My bad, I double-clicked. What up? My god, where's Santiago? Santiago is somewhere in this general ballpark. So we're just gonna give them everything I can in the south here. And honestly, this is like a real Chilean border. Because I don't think they get the islands down there. Any part of it? No, they do. They get like this, and that's about it. But we're giving them like a real Chilean border. That's like an actual country border right there. So I'm gonna stop where I'm ahead. There we go. Maya gets a turn. This nation gets another turn. Of course they do. Of course they do. Everybody else go fuck themselves. This nation, on the other hand, they're gonna keep going. Is this like reparations or something? Was this indigenous tribe that lives up here like persecuted by the settlers? I don't know. I don't know history. I don't even know the tribe that lives up here. I just think it's indigenous because it looks indigenous. Harar gets a turn. Oh yeah, there we go. And oh, thank you, because I get to fix that. Let's go. Oh, I said I would do Pretoria now. I didn't even do... My bad. I'll do Pretoria after this. They're going to keep following alongside these rivers. And they're going to keep following up alongside this river as well. Going back down on themselves and back up and then back down and then back up and then fucking up in two separate places, which is unbelievable. Okay, of course. Now we'll do Pretoria, though. Alright, thank you. Appreciate that. Fix that issue. And get 2 colonies right there while you're at it. And now we're at a point where South Africa is fully cut off. Pretoria is fully cut off. And like every island down here is already colonized. So we could just make them go to war, but they're gonna be like, you know what? We're good with what we got. So they're just done for a while. And I'll just skip them when they pop up. Until you least expect it. Aeon is up though. Oh, and they're gonna expand over here. They're even gonna cross this river to make their territory a little more connected. You know what I mean? Mumbai is gonna adopt a religion. What are you, Hindu? Yes, you are, so you're gonna stay it. Is Dhaka Muslim? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, speaking of Dhaka, they get a turn. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, the game's not broken, I'm sure. They're just gonna expand easternly and northern. They're even gonna go into the mountains because little do you know, the Dakkans What do you call a person from Dhaka? Dhakan? I don't know. They love mountains, I'm sure. The Golden Horde is up. Horde is up. They're gonna expand just this way. And northern, because why not? Jerusalem, my god. Well then. So much for harmony in the Middle East, right? And I think Amman is in fucking Constantinople. That's like a deserty yellow. They get freedom, I guess. It's the reverse of history. That's right, I said history. As Cairo gets alongside the Nile. And, yeah, that's all I'm gonna give them. Believe it or not, I am gonna let them live in harmony for a moment. Battle to the death, Cairo's dead. Because it's just peace between these three. I didn't say anything about Cairo. Belem is going to expand. They were coming back down on the... Wait a minute. I'm not finishing that. They're going to follow alongside this river, meeting La Paz on the other side in the process. And they're going to fill in this... Why do I keep messing up just because my hand moves so much faster for one singular second? They're going to solidify a border right there. My point exactly. And they're going to solidify the river area there, finished. They're going to go southern here. This is going great for them. Ho Chi Minh City is going to expand, taking a lot more land that Japan really wanted, because of course they do. And now... Oh, that's a lot of pixels I took accidentally. I'll just keep it, honestly, and we're going to pretend like they had it the whole time. Now, these nations, they both went to war with the United States of America, but only one of them walked out with a debatable victory. So, Japan, be careful. Mecca, you're gonna adopt a religion? You're staying Muslim, buddy. Oh, wait, that's Sunni Islam. Is this just normal Islam? Wait a minute. Oh, no, because I made them Sunni Islam because they got it from... Yeah, that's right. I thought I had just, like, a standard Islam. Just... all-encompassed Islam. Whatever, they're gonna stay Sunni Islam then. Because I believe that's a religion in Mecca. I'll double check. Oh, it's holy to both. But Saudi Arabia is Sunni. So, since Saudi is Sunni, I'm assuming Mecca is probably Sunni as well. Alright. Like, majority Sunni. Rio de Janeiro is gonna mediumly expand. They're gonna get this area in between here that wasn't ever colonized. There we go, so now we don't have that weird little hole in between their territory. And they're going to expand to the south here. Solidify a little bit of a border with Montevideo. Get a little bit more. And there's just a little tiny bit left right there. We are so close to having all of South America colonized. We are so close to having all of America colonized. We're so close to having all of Europe colonized. Actually, I think we have all of actual Europe. So close to Africa, it's really just this one big landmass. The Arabian Peninsula is almost done. Asia has a lot to be desired. And Australia is almost done. Because everything else, basically, besides those islands is done. Jerusalem. You know what? They couldn't cooperate with the Sinai Peninsula, so the Sinai Peninsula is going to say, I'm going to be independent. And none of you can have me, I guess. There we go, that's Sinai, I believe. And I'm gonna put it right there. It's not a city, per se. I don't think it's a city. Yeah, no, the city's in there is all on the coast, and there's nothing actually called the city of Sinai. So, we're just gonna pretend there is. It's my world. And now there's a divide between the Israeli territory. Sorry, the Jerusalem territory. Okay, this territory finally met their fucking match with a new leader. Junio gets a turn, though. Yep, and now I gotta scroll all the way over here because it won't put me over here anymore. Alright, it didn't even do that in the first place, but you know, that's what happens when your territory is literally on both ends of the map. So they're just gonna go down and get this area. How did I mess that up still? They're gonna get that area of Russia. 5 turns left. Dhaka is gonna get into the mountains a little bit more, meeting up with the border of Bangkok. And they're going to take some pixels, but we're going to pretend they didn't, as they solidify a border with them a little bit, except for that little area. Ashgabat is going to adopt a religion. They're going to, you know, I'm just going to keep them straight up Roman mythologists. They wanted to convert a second time just so they, you know, show, hey, look, we're really caring about this faith. La Paz is gonna smallly expand. They're gonna get this area finally. They're gonna go alongside this river. Yeah, that's right. You better be drinking water right now. I'm not gonna continue until you drink water. You're holding everyone behind. You're the reason this class isn't continuing right now. Drink water. Come on, drink it faster. The whole bottle. Or if you're in with a cup, the whole cup. Go on. Good boy. All right, let's continue. And they get that entire river area done. They're gonna fix that pixel down there, and they're gonna start going up here as well. Let's go. Hurrah! Does anyone even get to these points in the videos? Like, I'm just saying shit. And I guarantee you no one's ever seen this part of the video, so I'm just talking to myself saying to no one to drink water. It's crazy. If you see this part of the video, comment, drink water. Just comment, drink water. And maybe somebody sees that and drinks water. I don't know. I'm actually gonna change the colonies there over to Harar's hands. And they're gonna go past this river. My god, I keep messing everything up. And they're gonna start solidifying this border with Lagos, who they have now just met for the first time, and have already cock-blocked from where they wanted to go. And they're gonna continue doing that. They're gonna take everything that Lagos wanted, which is the whole reason they went south and not north. So I guess Lagos gotta go north, or fight them for it. And Lagos doesn't want to fight for it. They're too lazy. They're built like me, and they're gonna keep going north. Next up is Portland. They're gonna union with What You Wonder. Just so YouTube doesn't throw a fit, I'm gonna get rid of Slave Lake, which means a Mormon nation is dead. And we're not even gonna put that city back. It's gone forever. And so they get a little bit back of what Edmonton had. So, you know, what they took from them. Adelaide gets hit with a new leader. Oh shit, I went a turn past. Oh, that's my bad. So you're gonna have a turn less in the next video. Anyway, that was it. Adelaide had a new leader. Let me show you the map. I can't believe I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna play cities because there's too many to do. So just pretend that all the cities that matter are down. Here's the map. Let me show you origin mode, if you care. That's origin mode. Let me show you faith mode if you care about that. That's faith mode. Out of curiosity, how big is Mormonism? 23,000, 32, okay, Roman mythology is still the biggest, unless? No, okay, it's still the biggest. And that's really all that matters. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Zayna, peace out, see you guys. You better watch the fucking next one.